pubic just hold on. Scratch my pubes.
That classic childhood problem.
Hell yeah.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Alright, welcome to the first official podcast that still doesn't have a name.
Yeah, we're like, we should start doing podcasts, because, like, as soon as we're done recording an episode...
We always have these long talks.
Yeah, and then we're like, why aren't we fucking recording? Because we'll say some shit, and we're, like, talking about it days later, and it's like, damn it! Yeah. We don't have proof that we ever said these things. So
exactly.
Here we are saying some things.
Hello, we're saying things.
Hi.
Let's talk about Jaws.
Jaws, the movie
yeah.
Jaws.
Hell yeah.
Okay. How old were you when you first saw Jaws?
Gosh, here's the thing. Probably old enough to where I wouldn't remember it.
Really?
Yeah, probably like upwards from 1 and up until I started remembering the thing. So I'd say around 5.
Okay, cool. Did you watch it with, like, your dad?
Both my parents.
Oh,
Both
really?
my parents love that movie, yeah. The thing was, I've always been exposed to scary movies.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what rating it was, I would always watch it. One of the first memories of a movie I have is from a movie called Pinocchio's Revenge.
Sounds like a real winner.
It was about, like, a detective who finds, like, a Pinocchio puppet, and it's, like, evil and whatever, and it kills people. And there's a full frontal nudity scene in it.
What?
And it's one of the first movies I ever remember.
Whoa.
That and Chucky. Probably, it was maybe the third one.
Uh-huh.
Like, Child's Play 3, or was it 2? Where at the end, they're, like, in a factory.
Yeah.
And then, like, he blows up with, like, all the shit in him.
Yeah.
That might be the second one. But I remember it because I had a dream about it. That I was stuck in the factory with them, and I had to help them kill Chucky, but he ended up getting me.
Yeah, yeah.
It was, like, one of my first ever nightmares that I remember.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, but, yeah, it was probably, like, 5 when I first saw Jaws.
Oh, damn. You know, because you were talking about your, like, earliest movie memory. Like, I'm trying to remember the earliest movie I can remember, and the only thing I can remember is my parents were watching Bram Stoker's Dracula, the Gary Oldman one.
Oh, I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, that fantastic movie.
Yeah.
I remember being super little, and we were living in that, like, the first house that we lived in, the, like, haunted as fuck house. I remember walking into the living room, and the scene was happening where, like, monster Dracula, like the wolf bat boy,
yeah, the gross
is, like,
boy,
eating that girl out.
Hell yeah.
And I remember, like, my mom or whoever being like, no, you can't see this, like, go back to your room, and me being totally confused by it, and, like, laying in bed, like, what was so bad about that? What was he doing to her, like, not knowing? And then years later, when I found out that was a thing, I was like, oh, Dracula! I remember that, okay.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But that's, like, my earliest movie memory. Besides that, it's, like, fucking Lion King and shit.
Yeah.
That was my jam.
No, mine was always scary movies. It always has been.
Really?
Yeah, like, some of my most fondest memories is watching, like, Full Moon Pictures movies with my mother.
Mm-hmm.
We'd watch, like, Puppet Master and, like, Demonic Toys and stuff like that. That was, like, my fucking jam when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And, of course, like, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember one time I actually had, like, a whole marathon of Nightmare on Elm Street with my step-aunt or step-uncle, one of them. And we watched all the movies in a row. And they were fucking awesome.
Oh, nice.
Actually, one of my fondest memories is watching Hellraiser 4, a.k.a. the worst one.
Is that the space one?
That's the space one.
God damn it, that one's bad. Why do they always end up in space in all those movies?
I don't know. It's like, throw the monsters in space. It's fucking cool. But, I was watching that with her, and we were eating crackers and hot cocoa. We were, like, dipping the crackers in the hot cocoa.
Like saltine crackers?
Yeah.
What?
It was fucking delicious.
Oh, damn.
And we were just sitting there watching the movie.
Hell
it was one of my fondest memories.
See, my dad's complicated because he loves horror movies, but he hates horror movies. He likes them if they're done right, but, like, they're never done right.
Done right, yeah.
So, but,
I can appreciate any horror movie.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I would watch, like, you know, scary movies or whatever, but, like, my dad waited specifically until I was 13 to show me, like, some R-rated shit. Like, he waited until I was 13 to show me Evil Dead.
No, I never had to wait. If my mom thought it was a good movie, she'd just let me watch it.
Yeah, I think it was, like, you know, maybe my dad didn't... Like, I mean, I was a sensitive kid. You know, I was always into horror stuff, though. Like, I really liked, like, a lot of visuals from that stuff and everything.
Me too.
I just thought, like, maybe my dad thought it was more appropriate to show me when I hit a certain age or something. Like, he thought maybe I'd be able to handle it
Yeah, that's
better.
interesting.
Yeah, but, like, I remember watching, like, Evil Dead and stuff like that. My dad would always be like, okay, there's a movie I want you to watch. You
Yeah.
know? Like, I think he waited till I was at a certain maturity level where he
Probably
knew I'd
where
be able
you
to
could-
understand.
Where you
like,
could appreciate it with
yeah,
him.
exactly. Yeah, because I think it was because that's the age he was when he saw certain movies. So he wanted me to have that same experience that he did because
That's interesting.
I'm the age that he was when he saw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I loved Evil Dead, you know, and then
Everyone loves Evil
like
Dead.
yeah, and then he would show me movies that he really loved, and then be like, here's a movie that everyone else loves that I think is overrated, like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th and stuff like that.
Here's the thing. The first Nightmare on Elm Street is a decent movie. The second one is a fucking burning trash heap of a film. It is one of the worst movies ever made.
Don't remember.
It is so bad. It's got like this whiny boy who's like, clearly he's gay, but like they don't know how to like touch on it right or anything. Yeah. And it's just super awkward and gross. It's like, ew. It's like, it's a movie that leaves you feeling like you have a film on you. You're like, scrub it off. Like, it's nasty.
I need to take a hot shower for at least 6 hours with steel wool.
Exactly. It's not a good movie.
Yeah.
The rest of them are pretty bad too, but they're bad in like a campy, fun way.
Yeah,
like, the first one's like horror, the second one's like trying too hard horror, and the rest is like campy fucking fun.
Yeah,
fun
where they're
film
just like,
fest.
whatever.
Exactly.
You know?
We're gonna do what we want.
The thing is, I don't like Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't like much about it. I like the idea of it, but I think Freddy is like, I don't like him.
That's interesting.
He's too goofy. And the thing is, he's not goofy in a, like, this guy's insane and I'm scared way. It's goofy like, okay, like, this isn't intimidating. I don't find
Freddy
this...
as a character has never scared me. It's the situations that frighten me.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like movies like that. Like, if it's something is going to be, like... Because I don't consider that a horror movie, honestly. It's more like a slasher, you know what I mean? Or, like, a thriller or something. But, like a gory thriller. I don't like gore.
Oh, gore is my favorite thing.
I don't like American horror films. I just don't. I think that what Americans find to be, like, suspenseful and scary, I don't feel it. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I like stuff that's, like, it's more, like, bizarre. Yeah. Like Japanese horror. Japanese
horror is terrifying.
It terrifies me to, like, my core. Like, the stuff that they find scary, it's so fucking weird.
Exactly.
That it, like, it completely, like, it fucks with your sense of, like, your fear of the unknown type of thing, where it's like, I don't understand why this is happening, because Americans have to over-explain everything. Every monster needs a backstory,
exactly.
You know? Like,
and the thing
I don't like that shit.
Japanese horror, too, is shit'll happen during the daytime. Like,
yeah.
Times when Americans think, like, stuff is safe, don't matter to the fucking Japanese.
Yeah.
You could be the middle of the day, there's a scary little kid hiding underneath your table, and he's gonna fucking get you.
Like, there's this thing, it bothers me no matter what. Like, it's I don't know if it's a real, like, Japanese ghost or something, but it's, like, a thing that I heard, and it's, like, one of those, like, Bloody Mary type of things. Mm-hmm. But where you're, like, you sit in a bathtub, and you face towards the tap, and you leave space behind you, and you wash your hair, and there's, like, a girl who, I guess, like, she fell, like, in the bathtub and, like, died and, like, busted her eye out and all this shit.
Yeah.
So you say her name and, like, ask, like, why did you like fall, or like you say okay, what you do is I'm fucking stuttering.
You're good.
You sit in the tub and you wash your hair. The whole time you're washing your hair, you say this girl's name over and over again. Mm-hmm. And then when you're done washing your hair, you're supposed to feel like her in the tub with you. Ooh. And you're supposed to, like, you picture like what happened to her in your brain, and you have to ask her, why did you fall? Mm-hmm. And then you get up out of the tub and you don't, like, look behind you or anything, and you just leave.
Yeah.
And then you go to sleep, and then, like, the game begins, where, like, the whole rest of the day she follows you.
Ooh.
And, like, you'll, like, see her out the corner of your eye all day and stuff, and then you have to, like, release her. Like, you have to do this, like, chopping motion and say this thing and all this stuff. But, like, that bothers me, because there's a lot of things, and a lot of, like, Japanese movies and stuff like that, where, like, all day this thing is fucking following you. You see it at the corner of your eyes and stuff like that.
Big theme with them is something following you through either a day or, like, your whole life.
Yeah, like in Ju-on, like, that movie bothers the fuck out of me, and I can't watch it, and I never will watch it again.
Never been able to finish it.
It's so fucking terrifying.
Exactly.
It's so scary.
The thing is, it's the hype that gets me. Everyone tells me it's so scary and so bad. I'll get to a certain point, I'm just like, you know what, I can't do it. Like, if I can watch any movie if you give me someone to watch it with. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if I'm sitting alone at night and all the lights are off and I'm stuck watching this scary movie, I can't do it.
Yeah, yeah. I watched Ju-on with my dad. For those of you who don't know what Ju-on is,
it's The Grudge.
If you've seen the American movie The Grudge and it's really bad, if you think it's a good movie, I'm sorry, it's not a good movie.
It's not as bad as it could
It's not a good movie.
No, it's not a good movie.
I do not like it at all. It's not as bad as it could have been. It's not The Ring. But it's still bad.
I'm guessing you don't like The Ring.
The Ring can suck my cock.
I've never seen the Japanese version.
Me either.
Isn't it called Ringu?
It's called Ringu, yeah. But, like, it looks fucking terrifying. But, yeah, Ju-on is the Japanese version of The Grudge. It's the original.
Yeah.
And it's fucking terrifying. Check it out. If you like Japanese horror and you've never seen Ju-on, you have to fucking watch it. It's so good. But the problem is, after I watched it, I'm not over-exaggerating, I could not sleep for 4 days.
Jesus.
4 days. There's stuff from that movie that I'll think about that still, I'm like, I can't sleep now. It fucking bothers me. Like, that movie freaks me out.
You know what's odd?
What?
There's a couple, like, oddities in movies. Like, there's this one movie that absolutely terrifies me. It's, I believe, a Mexican movie about, like, killer dolls. Like, you know, whatever, killer dolls. But they're like,
yeah.
There's this one doll, and it's possessed by straight-up Satan. Or, like, a demon. And it's the creepiest fucking thing, and I don't know, that one movie in particular will give me nightmares.
Really?
And then there's another movie, I think it's like The Exorcist, like 4 or 5 or something stupid like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's a scene where all these people are like in a cave, and the girl is crawling around on all fours, like in the cave, like watching them.
Yeah.
And it fucking freaks me out so bad. Like, it's actually a really good movie. There's like a scene where, like, they're in Africa, and there's like a scene where they're like in a tent. It's like a hospital tent, and they're like trying to help this girl and figure out what's wrong with her.
Yeah.
And she's like freaking out and shit. And there's like all of a sudden all these hyenas walk in and they tear people apart, and like all this spooky shit happens.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's actually really well done.
Here's the thing, because I love the first Exorcist. It's a great movie. It doesn't scare me though. No. I think it's because I'm not religious, so like symbols and stuff. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. But it's still a fantastic movie, and the practical effects and shit. Like, from the time period, it's so fucking good. Like, you watch it now and it still holds up. It's a fantastic movie.
Exactly.
I think it's perfect. Except for the version, like the version you've never seen is what it's called, where they have that bass that flashes on the screen and stuff. That's not in the original version.
Never seen it.
Yeah, that's a great movie. I don't remember the second one, but I remember the third one being kind of good.
Yeah?
So that might be the one you're talking about, but I haven't seen it in forever. I know it's Father Damien's still alive, and he's in like a psych ward and shit.
Don't remember, but I remember it was like in Africa or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, just a couple scenes in it like really stuck with me, because I remember being truly horrified, and my mom being like, stop being such a little bitch, basically.
Right. You know what movie was actually good was The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Did you ever see it?
I saw like stuff around on Netflix, and I was like, meh.
It's actually good.
Really?
Yeah, it's the girl does such a good job, and it's actually really bothersome. And the whole thing, it's cool because it flashes between like the case where it's like the priest guy is in court. He's on trial because they're saying that he's basically the cause of death for this girl who is supposedly possessed, and they're trying to like prove to the court that this girl is actually possessed. So it cuts between like this court stuff to like the actual possession and stuff like that, and it's based off of like a true story or whatever.
Yeah, whatever bullshit.
But it's actually really good. You know what I mean? I remember it like really bothered me the first time I saw it. And then Jimmy and I, we have it now. I don't think we bought it. I think maybe my dad gave it to us. But we watched it again recently, and I was like, whoa, I'm actually really impressed this was good, you know?
I'll have to watch it.
You don't even have to be, like, super religious or anything to enjoy it. It's just, like, a good fucking movie.
There's another good exorcism movie. It's not even an exorcism movie. It's an interesting movie. It's about, I think, like, it's been a long time since I've seen it, so I'm probably getting this wrong. But, like, a daughter taking care of her, grandmother who has Alzheimer's, but it turns out she's actually like possessed.
Whoa.
And in the end it turns out like she's possessed by this like crazy snake demon thing, and it like drags off this little girl and like tries to eat her in a cave, and like it's good practical effects where like the girl is like halfway down this giant like grandma snake demon monster.
Oh hell
it's fucking awesome, and it's like really like gets under your skin kind of scary. It's really good.
Ugh.
I can't remember what it's called though.
I don't like really gross movies. I don't know if this makes any sense. I like horror movies that are, like, clean. Like, there's not, like, a whole lot of gore.
That's interesting.
Because to me, like, blood and guts and stuff, they don't, like, bother me, like, in a way where it's, like, it adds to the scare of the movie. It just bothers me in a way that's, like, that's not necessary, and I don't like that.
Yeah, here's the thing. just because a movie's gross and gory doesn't mean it's scary. I like gross and gore for another reason. I think it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So if you have like a scary movie that's just fucking balls to the wall, gore, nasty horror, I'll fucking love it. But I won't appreciate it as a scary movie. I'll appreciate it as a good gory movie.
Yeah,
I love me some gore.
It depends. Like, I like in Kill Bill when she slashes dude with a sword, like, an obnoxious amount of blood comes out.
Oh, with, like, the fucking, the big fight scene?
I like that kind of stuff, but I don't like when it's, like, I have to sit through a zombie tearing through a dude's stomach. It's, like, great, now there's a huge chunk of the movie I'm not going to look at because I have to look away because that grosses me out.
That scene in Shaun of the Dead, where the guy gets pulled through the window and the zombies are, like, tearing into his guts.
Oh, well, that's different, because that movie's, like, you know...
Funny, but it's a funny movie, and it's a great movie, but
that's
a super gory scene.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like gore. Like, it bothers me in a way where it's like, now I don't want to watch the movie. Like...
Does that scene bother you, though?
A little, yeah. But the thing... I guess not, because it's not, like, it doesn't register in my brain as one of those things where I'm like, ew, I don't like it. Like... I just like that movie, so that's okay. I guess it depends on the context of the gore.
That's very interesting, because I know a lot of people who are, like, totally, like, anti-gore or whatever, and they can't actually watch the whole movie because of that one certain scene.
Oh, I'll sit through a movie, but I'll be like, that part wasn't necessary. You know what I mean?
I think that part was necessary, and it was
hilarious. It was in that part.
Exactly.
In that movie,
It's all about context, you're right,
exactly.
Because in the context of that scene and that whole movie... That's appropriate. It's like it fits in. It's funny and it's good.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like the only time a gore has happened in that movie. Really, I mean that's probably the goriest part in that movie.
I have to agree. Yeah, that movie is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I love that movie.
That's another big childhood movie for me too.
Yeah, well, to me, I wasn't really a child when would that come out? 2004.
2004 or 5.
Yeah, so I wasn't really a child when it came out.
Yeah. The thing was, my dad had it on DVD, and it was, like, one of the only things he would watch. And it was just, like, I'd watch that, you know, time after time after time. And we had this really cool version where it had, like, you know, extras or deleted scenes or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's this thing where it would tell you what happened to everyone after the apocalypse ended.
Yeah, we have that. We have the DVD with that on it.
Yeah, I fucking love it. Like, the one girl was, like, hiding out in the tree, nibbling on her boyfriend's leg, and then, like,
Did you see World's End?
Kind of.
Were you really under the influence?
Not the influence of drugs or alcohol, something else, but...
Oh.
Slap, 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 slap. Yeah.
Yeah. I get you.
The bits and parts that I saw were good.
That's a good movie, yeah. It's totally not what you think it's going to be, because the whole, like, first half of the movie, you're like, alright, I see where this is going, and then it totally, like, flips the script on you, and you're like, oh shit, dude, what's happening? I love it.
My mom doesn't like it, interestingly enough. She likes Hot Fuzz, and she liked Shaun of the Dead, but she didn't like this one. She was like, you know, it was too weird, or something. I'll have to talk to her about it.
Yeah. Jimmy, loves Hot Fuzz. It's his favorite one.
I fucking love Hot Fuzz.
I love it too, but I've watched it so many times because, like, for like a week, every night he had to watch Hot Fuzz.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so every single time he was sad, I'd be like, do you want to watch a movie? He's like, can you put on Hot Fuzz? Like, every single time, and I'm like, babe, I can't watch Hot Fuzz anymore.
Dude, I can watch that movie for every day for the rest of the day.
It's still a great movie. I love Simon Pegg.
Yarp.
And I love Nick Frost. Did you see Paul?
I did see Paul once, and I was baked out of my mind, but I remember loving it.
Yeah, I own it too. It's really good. I love Edgar Wright. He directed Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz and World's End. He also directed Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which is, like, in my top 5 favorite movies.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it.
A lot of people did not like it, and I think the problem with that movie was...
My dad really likes that movie.
Yeah. I think the thing was it wasn't really advertised that well.
It wasn't advertised well, and a lot of people who like the comics also didn't like it because... You know, I don't know why.
I don't know, because... I've never read the comics, but I've seen the art from it, and I'm like, ooh, I don't like that.
Oh, you don't like the art style?
I don't like the art style. You're
very picky
I am,
with
because,
art styles.
I mean, I'm an artist. I don't, like, advertise it a lot, but I am, and I'm picky with art. Like, I'm so picky with it.
You won't watch certain things with me because you think the art style is shitty.
Yeah, like anime. That's why I don't really like anime, is because I'm very picky.
Yeah, and you didn't mind the one I showed you.
No, I liked it. Yeah, because I don't like that big eye shit. No, I don't like that. Where it's like you can tell who the main character is because she's got pink hair. Like,
exactly.
I don't like
the main
that
character,
shit.
The one I'm watching right now, he looks totally inconspicuous. I love it.
Yeah. My favorite anime is Fooly Cooly.
Have not seen it.
It's so good.
You know what you'd probably like then? Nichigo.
What is it?
It's like a slice of life, but fucking just weird shit happens.
That's what I like about Fooly Cooly, is that it's very slice of life, but it's also very weird.
Yeah, like
there's robots and stuff. If it's got robots in it, I
it's
love
the same thing with this. There's like one main character who's like a robot built by a professor who's a little girl.
Oh hell yeah!
And then have you ever seen like it's on YouTube everywhere, like the deer fighting the principal thing?
Yeah.
That's from that. That's from
okay, yeah. I like
the little girl's looking out the window and she's like, and the principal's like beating the shit out of a deer.
Yeah. I don't know is it Studio Ghibli? That does Totoro and Howl's Moving Castle and shit like that. Okay, I never knew how to pronounce it.
Bought by Disney.
Yeah, but I love those. I don't know if those are considered anime, but I love that style.
100%.
Like, Princess Mononoke is gorgeous. Spirited Away is gorgeous, too.
My top 3 favorite movies, either... It might be number 1, fucking Spirited Away.
Yeah.
I could watch that movie just forever. Like, on my deathbed, I want that movie to be playing. It is so beautiful.
It is.
It is so fucking touching, and it just gives me all those weird feelings.
The music.
Everything about it is fucking perfect.
I think you would love Totoro. If I can find the good version of Totoro, the Fox version, not the Disney version, don't fucking do that shit where Dakota Fanning does a voice. Fuck that. That movie's garbage.
Fuck Dakota
the
Fanning.
Fox version, which I think might be the original, I don't know, is so beautiful and so perfect, and it's my favorite movie. I told you Dragonheart was my favorite movie of all time. It's not. It was when I was a kid. My top favorite movie of all time is the Fox version of My Neighbor Totoro. It's perfect. I love that movie.
I like I think it might be the Disney version of Spirited Away. I'm not sure if it's Disney.
Well, they only do... I think there's only one version, besides, like, just the regular old, There's
the Japanese one, and then there's the other version.
Yeah, that's the only one I've ever seen.
I like it. I like it a lot. I've seen the Japanese one, too, and I really like it, too.
Yeah.
But I grew up with the, obviously the American one, and it has a special place in my heart. I fucking adore that movie.
It's so good.
And the thing is,
I love it.
Yeah, I try not to watch it too often because I don't want to spoil it. Like, when I do watch it, I want it to be like a treat. Yeah. I want to sit down with all the lights off. I don't want any snacks. I just want to sit there and enjoy the movie. And it's one of my favorite things.
Have you seen Princess Mononoke?
I have not.
I own it.
Really?
We should watch it.
Definitely.
It's really fucking good.
Another one of my favorites is Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh, I love Howl's Moving Castle. Dude, Christian Bale does Howl's voice.
I know.
Amazing.
When I went to the DIA, and they were having an animation exhibit thing.
Yeah, DIA is the Detroit Institute of Art. It's an art museum around us.
Yeah, it's amazing. But I went there and they had an animation thing, and they had a little shop, and they had Howl's Moving Castle there on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And Jimmy was the only person I knew that had a Blu-ray player, so I came over to watch it, and I was hanging out with Charlie. That was the night I got really, really baked with Charlie.
Oh yeah.
And it was the first time I'd ever really watched a movie that was baked.
Yeah.
And I was way too baked. I puked and everything.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but I was still having a good time, because I was like, Charlie, I need you to watch this movie with me. He's like, because you've met Charlie.
Yeah,
he's not someone who'd
He's a juggalo, come on.
He is the nicest juggalo
He's a
I know.
nice boy, yeah.
He's a very kind man. But, I forced him to watch it with me while I was baked out of my mind.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was like a really fun experience.
Yeah. I love Howl's Moving Castle. My favorite part of that whole movie is when, God, what's the girl's name?
I can never remember anyone's name from any fucking movie.
Yeah, I can't remember what her name is, but when, she, cleaned up his bathroom and, fucked with all his, hair potions and stuff, and his hair turned out, black, and then he gets all depressed, and he's like, what's the point in living if I can't be beautiful? And then, everything gets all dark and gloomy and shit. I fucking love that part. It's so funny.
What a narcissistic prick.
I know. I love him, though.
Yeah.
That's such a good movie.
It is.
Kiki's Delivery Service.
That's one of my mom's favorite movies.
Oh, I love that movie. It's so nice. And, that movie, it's really good for, if you're an artist going through a block. Because, there's an artist in that movie, and Kiki, she, can't do magic anymore because she's, done all this stuff where she's helping all these people and stuff, and she's not doing enough for herself. She loses her powers and everything. And then artist, takes her away and is oh, let's go on, have a little vacation from it all and stuff, and then helps her get her magic back and stuff. And it, when you're an artist and you go through a block and it's the most frustrating thing, it's you haven't lost your magic or your power. You just need a break for a while.
Exactly.
That's all.
Exactly.
It really helps you. That movie's really good. All those movies are good. They teach you something.
Exactly. They're all good movies. Not a single one of them is bad.
I heard I don't know if it's true. I heard they're making a sequel to Spirited Away. Spirited Away, yeah.
I have not heard that, but if it's true, I am... I don't know. Because it would have to be done perfectly. or not done at all. You know what I mean?
Miyazaki doesn't do like films anymore.
No,
that's really
anime was a mistake.
He's adorable. Have you ever seen him?
No.
He's super cute.
Really?
Yeah, he's just like this old dude that smokes cigarettes.
Hell yeah.
He's really cute.
But no, if they are doing a sequel, like I said, it has to be perfect or it shouldn't be made at all.
Yeah.
Because Spirited Away is a fucking perfect movie. You're good, Home Skillet.
I know, I'm just checking it because my phone does a thing sometimes.
Yeah. But no, it's a fucking beautiful movie. What else, Home Skillet?
I don't know, dude.
We've been talking about movies almost this entire time.
Yeah. I gotta stop. I gotta put that thing down. I'm getting kind of...
lightheaded?
Yeah, a little. I'm getting nicked out, bruh.
If I can literally go through the whole fucking ECC and smoke everything there and be fine, you're fine.
I know. That was a good video.
It was a good video that no one watched.
Actually, it's got over 100 views on it.
Oh, really?
It's my second most viewed video. The first one being one that I took off my queue because it's embarrassingly bad.
Which one?
My very first video. I just bitch about birds in the beginning.
Hell yeah.
And it has like 300 something views on it, and it's not good. And I was looking at the like details for like, you know, the traffic details like we do with our channel and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And people that were watching that video were looking up girls burping.
You were someone's fetish.
I was, yeah. And I mean, I was looking fly in that video.
Yeah.
Because it's funny, when you look at my channel, you can see the decline in where I stopped caring about what I look like. Because the very first one, I'm, like, looking fly with, like, my makeup done and shit. And then, like, as the videos progress, there's less makeup and there's less hair being straightened and just big, crazy hair. And I start talking about weird shit, so it just looks like I've lost my mind.
Hell yeah.
And then my most recent one is, like...
Literally, it's me and you in the woods talking about poop.
I know, because we were going to film that in the apartment, and we were like, let's just film it in the woods for whatever reason.
I think it turned out marginally better than it should have.
I love it. It's a great video.
Yeah, it was... We have to go back out and film something, because that was so fun.
I love filming. It's really fun.
We should do something for our channel.
We should. I want to do more live action stuff for our channel.
Definitely. We don't have anything here that we could do in the woods, though.
No, everything here is basically animatics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of work for you.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could help you.
But
I have a talentless
Here's
hack.
the thing. I can't draw unless I'm being told what to draw.
Really?
Yeah, like, if there's pressure, then I can do it. If it's like, oh, here's a commission, like, you know, someone's gonna pay me to do something, they want something specific, then it's like, okay, I can draw.
Yeah.
Or if it's like for the channel, like I do our channel art and stuff like that.
You drew something the other day that was really pretty.
What did I draw?
You ruined it.
Oh, that lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, the thing is, I'll doodle when I'm at work. Because it's like, I'm at work. Like, I'm not thinking about anything. Like, I just want to doodle while I'm on the phone with customers.
Yeah, but they still look really good.
And thank you. I appreciate it. But
I'm gonna get a glass of ice water. Continue.
Okay. But, yeah, like, so I feel like if I was doing something for the channel that was, like, art-related, then it's like, okay, I can draw. But if it's, like, just drawing on my own time, I'm like, I would rather be doing something else. Even though drawing is, like, the thing that I love doing the most. Yeah, I just can't fucking do it anymore. Like, it's fucking hard.
You know what I still want to do? I still want to make the 80s song. I've been thinking about it for months now.
Okay, so, are we thinking, like, I want it to be kind of like an 80s, like, montage song.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, like, going the distance, doing the thing, making it good.
Perfecting your skill, whatever that is.
We have a keyboard too.
Exactly.
You know, it'd be fun to do on a podcast. Just like play keyboard and make music.
Hell yeah.
We should do that for like a podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be fun. I don't know if this podcast is good. We're just talking about movies.
Hey, a lot of people. That's a lot of people's whole theme for their podcast is movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's just a whole lot of. Have you seen this movie? Oh, that movie's good. What about this movie?
Yeah, but we talk about it. We go in depth about it. It's not like we're just like, you seen that? It was pretty good.
What if that was the whole podcast?
Oh my god!
Like we have a theme where we like movie night. Have you seen that movie? It's good. Yeah, I liked it. And then like another podcast, like, have you ever tried like spaghetti? Yeah, spaghetti's good. And then that's like it. Just go on about food we've eaten.
What do you think is the food we eat the most in this house?
Spaghetti. Spaghetti and
mobile spaghetti.
Oh, pizza. Yeah, pizza is just mobile spaghetti.
Yeah. Spaghetti and mobile spaghetti.
And, we eat a lot of ice cream here.
The thing is, you guys are sweet boys. You love your sweets.
I love sweets.
I am not a sweet boy.
No, you're
at
not.
all. But when there's ice cream in the house, there's not going to be ice cream in the house very long.
You're not a sweets boy, but you're a sweet boy.
Oh, yeah.
We need, like, ottomans and shit because I constantly need to stretch my legs out and I have nowhere to put my legs.
I just put them in between this table and cry.
The thing is I need to put my feet like up. You know what I mean? And I can't. And I don't want to do this because you're sitting there. So I'm like, I just scrunch up.
I don't mind.
Oh my god. Use you as a footstool.
No, it's not using me as a footstool. It's stretching out. I don't need to stretch out that way. You can. Chris's exes would always do that shit, but they wouldn't ask me. And the thing is, I don't mind because Jimmy does it to me too. Yeah. You notice if me and Jimmy are ever sitting on a couch, I either have like my feet pressed directly against him, or he has his legs like over me.
You guys are so tender with each other. It's like really adorable.
Well, it's because
Jimmy walks past you and he kisses you on top of the head and stuff. And
yeah.
Like, oh, that's so cute.
Because literally, he's my best friend.
Yeah.
Other than you guys are literally equals as friends. But I don't know, me and Jimmy are just incredibly comfortable with each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Half the time he's naked and half the time I'm naked.
Yeah, it's
like,
true.
It's no big thing.
It just feels weird, like, I guess it's because you guys are both dudes, and the fact that we're not both, I mean, I'm basically a dude, but we're not both dudes, it's like, it feels weird to just be like, I'm gonna drape my legs across my friend, or I'm gonna sit shirtless with my friend, because it's like, we're opposite genders, so automatically it's like, that's weird.
Yeah, but I feel, it is and it isn't, is the thing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care... And you shouldn't care, but we both do.
Yeah.
Like, you notice the incredible lack of physical contact between us?
Yeah, like yesterday, I'm doing your hair, and I'm giving you a face mask and all this stuff, and shaving your beard and everything, and I realized, like, this is the most I've ever, like, touched another human being that isn't my husband.
Exactly.
Like, that's weird. Like, because I just don't touch people. And it's not like I was raised that way. It's not like my family and I, like, never hug or anything. Like, me and my family are very huggy. I hug everyone. Like, when my mom and my brothers came to stay with us, I haven't lived with my brothers. Like, I've lived with them briefly for, like, a little bit, but I don't know them so well. But I'm used to hugging people before I go to bed and saying, good night, I love you. Yeah. And I did that, and they acted like it was the weirdest shit they'd ever experienced. Like, I go to hug them, and they're like, alright. And I'm like, we're family. We hug before we go to bed in this house. That's what we have to do in this house.
Right. I don't think I've gone a single night here without all of us saying goodnight to each other.
Yeah, that's just
because
what you do.
That's just like what family does.
I say goodnight to you, I say goodnight to Jimmy, and I say goodnight to each rat individually, because we have 5 rats in this house.
And they're all very special little boys.
And they are, and girls.
Yeah, and girls. I forget about them.
And soon we'll have a kitty cat.
And soon we will have a kitty cat, yes.
Hopefully, well... Jimmy wants to name the cat Goulash.
I am still wholly on board for Haas Delgado.
Why? What if it's not hostile?
Haas Delgado.
Haas Delgado.
Haas Delgado.
Is it like Haas Delgado, like Del Taco, or is it like hostile?
No, Haas Del Gato.
Oh, okay, I like that. So we can call him Haas.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Boss Hog.
Exactly, yeah.
Hell yeah. Noises. We're noise boys now.
We are noise boys.
Noise boys. Oh, dude, let's talk about, like, okay, so we're the RatKings, and we came up with that name because we had a rat whose name was Oliver, but we called him Bebo, and Xavier started calling him King Bebo, and then we were trying to come up with a name for the channel, and we had the dumbest names planned, and then for some reason we were both just like, oh, RatKings, that's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
But some of the names, we had, what do we have, like, Boys Having Fun.
Oh, yeah, Big Boys Having Fun.
Big Boys Having Fun. We had,
2 boys.
Yeah, we just had 2 boys.
Some stuff that we can't repeat.
Oh, yeah.
Those were Jimmy ideas.
Yeah, I know.
For sure.
Jimmy's ideas are always like, okay, we can't use
exactly.
Like, we recorded games with Jimmy, and we can't use them because Jimmy is so vulgar and so inappropriate, where it's like, maybe for a niche audience, but we're trying to have a broader demographic.
Exactly.
And Jimmy's just like, let me say something really offensive. And I'm like, no.
And it's not that he's an offensive boy.
That's his humor.
Exactly.
He's too much. Like, the Viscera cleanup duty video that we had, if anyone noticed, parts of that are cut out with no explanation, and it's because Jimmy said some offensive shit.
Yes.
Well, he said something about another YouTuber that was offensive that we don't want to talk about.
If you notice, there's a part where it's just like pedophilia.
Yeah, because Jimmy said some stuff.
Jimmy called me a pedophile.
Yeah, but he also called you a retard. And I was like, we cannot put this up. We can't.
And the thing is, occasionally I will also say some questionable things that still have not made it onto the show that I have been very adamant about making it onto the show.
We could just, like, talk about it on a podcast.
We might as well.
We might as well.
Okay, so we were doing an episode of Screen Sheet.
Yeah, it was going to be our first episode, too.
This was going to be the original first episode. Let me swallow this ice. Hold on. Okay.
That's burping, that's swallowing.
I swallowed and then burped.
Oh, okay.
That's what she said.
Ew. Just burp when you burp up and it's a little pukey, but it's just jizz.
Alright, enough. So, we're playing Screen Sheet, and we're on this one map, and Gabby says something like, oh, this is a sniping map, or something like that. And I'm like, I was about to go real dark there. And then you're like, why? And I'm like, let me tell you. So I'm like, you remember that movie, American Sniper? And you're like, yeah, it was really stupid, or something like that. And I'm like, you know, one of the guys from his squad was arrested for molesting a little kid or a baby.
And I was like, a baby? And then I was like, oh, fuck that guy. And you were like, yeah, exactly what that guy did to that baby. And I was like, we cannot use this!
I laughed so hard I almost passed out. And then, Gabby, would you like to tell this part?
I will, after a brief moment of break.